So the big picture for this lesson is making conclusions based on surveys. So let's say I did a survey about ice cream and I asked people if they agreed Ben & Jerry's was the best brand of ice cream. And let's say I asked 120 people and let's say 55 of them agreed. So then I'd want to figure out what the percent is for that. So I do that on my calculator. 55 divided by 120 equals 46%. Okay, so 46% agreed. Another piece of information I need is the margin of error. In other words, how accurate is the survey? And that depends on the number of people surveyed. In fact, the margin of error is plus or minus 1 divided by the square root of n, where n is the number of people that you survey. So in this case, it would be plus or minus 1 divided by the square root of 120. And the reason there's plus or minus is because it could be off one way or another way. In other words, it could be greater than or less than the actual number. So I calculated this on the calculator and it's plus or minus 9.1%. Okay, so it's 46% was my result, but then it's plus or minus 9.1%. So I want to find the maximum value and the minimum value it could be. So I'm going to add the 9.1% to the 46, and that's going to make 55.1%. And then subtract, and my minimum value is going to be 36.9%. So according to my survey, between 36.9% and 55.1% agreed that Ben & Jerry's is the best. Now, if I wanted to make this a more accurate survey, I would need to ask more people, and that would decrease this value here, my margin of error. And 9% error is not very good. I would definitely want to survey a lot more people. I mean, typically a good survey will be off by 1 or 2%, so I would need to survey a lot more people. Well, that's the big picture for this lesson.